Hey, how everybody doing? How everybody doing tonight? How you guys doing, man? Everybody good? Everybody having a good day, good week, had a good weekend? Everybody, I know we had to hit the job today. I had to hit it too, man. But it was good. It was good. I'm trying to learn how to just take selective trips, Don't be running all over the place, Just find me three good loads and just come on to the house. I'm getting in a lot earlier, getting home early now, so everything's good though. Yeah, I was just thinking, man. We're gonna talk a little bit. Hopefully, we'd like to share some more with colloquial language. Talk about some things tonight. It's a reality conversation. It's a reality. We want to try to feel God. You know what I mean? Try to, we can get in each other's shoes. They say you can't get in people's shoes. Yes, you can. If you use your imagination, you can get in people's shoes. It doesn't matter. Do you ever imagine, like you was when you was a child, we done got so old now that with a problem just done snuffed all that imagination. Now, imagination and vision, man, that's where it's at. Everything you have has come from somebody, imagination and vision. And it's still available today if we turn it on. I love it. I love to use imagination and vision. It's a beautiful thing. We're going to talk about a topic today, to and fro man, a to and fro man. We got that crab in a barrel thing. We still working on that crab in a barrel thing for Thursday at 7:30. It's a tough. Everybody gonna fit into that category. We all done held each other back some kind of way, whether it's deliberately or not so deliberately. You understand? We all did it some kind of way. Yeah. Well, it's let's say the majority of got in somebody's way trying to get up. And for different reasons. Now, I'll think about one example. I'm gonna just try to share that. I guess so. We may jump around tonight because we just kind of random freestyling tonight. Now, we may touch on that free will too. That free will, free will racing, baby. The free will race. We may touch on that too. That's coming up. I got you on that. It's some good topics, man. When you look at it from a Bible point of view and what's going on, what we're really doing. You know what I'm saying? There's four major religions, but all of that topic I want to share with that free will religions, free will, and four major religions and all that free will. So we'll look at all that when that topic come up. But right now, I just want to talk to you about that to and fro, man, and we're gonna get to that crab in the barrel thing, uh, crab in the barrel race, world, culture, individually, and we all may have fit in that category some kind of way. And for the ones that not, they stay out the way of them pinchers, though. They must be doing some good things to stay out the way of them pinchers. But if they grab you, they gonna pull you down. They gonna be clawing at you, see what I'm saying? And we don't want that. We just don't want that. We don't want to do that. We don't want to do that. We want everybody to prosper and everybody to move forward in whatever way you do it. It's about money all the time. Sometimes prospering is just, it's saying hello. I went to a neighborhood the other day, man. I got a habit of just throwing my hands up anyway to people. And an older lady said it's like a senior citizen complex. You're not saying that about me, just showing, just the kindness of how people appreciate stuff, man. And I was going back to check on a cemetery back that's been wrecked and everything, so we're gonna try to clean it up or just look at it anyway, see what can be done about it. And I haven't had to go through this senior citizen home. Hey, how you doing there? Go Daniel Bayon. 841. Hey, how you doing there? You doing good? Man, I thought I'd come on tonight and share some topics we're gonna be trying to cover. We on that to and fro man now. That to and fro man, that's back and forth. A man unstable inside himself. You understand? That could possibly fall in that crab in the barrel too. But we're gonna try to come at you and you to see what you think about it. A man that's unstable in all his ways, he can't never get no footing in his life. A man is always pacing back and forth in his shadows. You can't never get no footing. If that's what you're doing in life, that's what the things a person that may be doing it in life, you got to just stop and just stand still and let your eyes move before your feet. You got to search things around. It's in the Bible. I'm just saying in the colloquial language. You want to you want to think about things before you do things, man. People, you know what I'm saying. You want to, You want to go. You don't want to be back and forth inside oneself. You don't want to be. Because you can crab in a barrel and pull yourself down too. You can grab a hold to yourself and pull yourself down in that sand, baby. You feel me? You can pull yourself down. Ain't nobody don't have to help you pull yourself down. You feel what I'm saying? It's just a matter of how you adjust and how you deal with things in life. How one gets. Some people get depressed and just and I pray for them, man. They just have to stay in a room all day. Just can't get up. Or just can't get no energy, man. If we try to share some of that spiritual energy, that Bible, that Word of God is full of spiritual energy. And you just got to keep that just to saturate your mind. It's like anything else. If you put in 30 years on a job and you got some benefits out of it, then that's because you put time in. It's the same way with the Bible. If you put in, some people put in 30 and 40 years of the Bible, it's whether they rich. They rich in all so many kind of ways. Because that time they put in that Bible, man, they reaping the harvest off of it. Now, I know y'all are. People been in them about 40 and 50 years, man. 60, 70. I mean, been in them. I ain't saying they was all in them, but they for really, really familiar with their God, and they living a comfortable life. Tell them, believers, I know y'all. I know y'all. I know y'all. I'm beginning. I'm good in a long time, but mine's just correlating now. And I'm feeling somewhat of a comfortable life, living for Papa, man, just trying to do the right things all the time. I don't want to be to and fro in the back of it. Man, that to and fro, man, you want to do right half of the time, and then you want to do wrong half of the time. You want to do right half of the time, and you want to do wrong half of the time. You see, you're going to have a half a time right life, and you're going to have a half a time wrong life. Now, ain't that kind of confusing? You know what I'm saying? That's what people do. We've been there, you done that, a lot of people probably done that. I'm a worldly, I'm more worldly. Because sometimes it's hard to be, it's hard to get on the same page sometimes with inside yourself, you see what I'm saying? Because some people, I believe, really want to do right, you know what I'm saying? Let me tell you an example of a crab in a barrel situation. Hey, what's going on? Go Sours, go, Yappa Central Fisheries. Go Sours, go, baby. How you doing, man? How you doing? Will SOL, Solare. K9T, can you say Will Minute? Can you say Will? Can you say Will MN? Okay, can you say Will MN? Okay, okay, Will MN. All right, yep. Oh, Spurs. Did they do it? Man, New York was up. What two of them, wasn't it? When New York 2 games, he's saying Spurs. We must be talking about basketball. Yeah, that's the only Spurs that's going on that's interesting in anybody's on tonight. It's the Spurs. It got to be the Spurs he's talking about. So they must have got one then, is what he's saying. The Spurs win. The Spurs win. Yeah, Mr. Win, he got it up there. Yeah, but a to and fro, man. Yeah, I'm glad y'all joined us, man. We're going to get on this to and fro, back and forth inside yourself. Anybody ever been there? You had to make tough decisions. And I'm going to give you an example of Paul. You will go ahead and that's actually Acts chapter 15, verse 26, I believe, around 20. Paul and Barnabas, these are two good, strong brothers. God loved both of these men. They strong. But I believe, if I'm not mistaken, it might have been Barnabas. It could have been Socrates that when Paul had that problem or had that conversion on the road to Damascus, I think one of them guys helped Paul, kind of led him into the situation and kind of helped him to understand what God expected of him. He was blind for a couple of days. But these guys had a problem, man, because Paul was trying to set off somewhere. And I think we're going to take Silas, but I think Barnabas strongly disagreed. He didn't want Paul to take it. And man, this thing, that seems small though, but it wasn't small. Them guys, from what some scholars say, they never spoke again. Then some say they got it back together. But I believe this. I believe they got it back together in this side. If they didn't get it back together on the other side, because it was small. And you know what it was, from my point of view. Both of them guys probably knew they were both right. See, that's where and I might have said this before, that's where the stalemate come in, or the standoff come in. And both of them too stubborn to realize that they are right, but they too stubborn and got a little pride to admit it to each other, you understand? That's where our stalemate come in. And they did it civil, though. They just never interacted. But some people go overboard when they disagree. It's just, they get emotional about a disagreement. That's why I say you got to find justice in your emotions. Justice help you understand your emotions, because when justice talks about justice, I see what's going on. A good name for a boat. Oh, okay. A good name for a boat. Hold on. Somebody said a good name for a boat. Oh, man, I don't know. Let's see. Good name for one. We'll think about that. And I'll come back and get your answer for that. Hopefully. Anybody got a good name for a boat? Put it up here, man. A good name. What is it? Is it a yacht? A pontoon boat? That one of them boats got that fan on. You have to in that gator water out there in Louisiana. It's in that swampland. They got them fan boats out there. Yeah, but to be to and forth, man, I mean, that could be a heck of a life for you, you know. That could be a heck of a life for anyone that's going through that situation. But what happened was them guys was so strong in their viewpoints, and it wasn't like it was nobody got hurt. You know, that might have been a good example. Both could be angry, but they saying not. They were disturbed. They were stubborn. And that's a lot of most cases, guys, and some women probably they're just stubborn. They're just very stubborn. You know what I'm saying? People just stubborn sometimes. And it's deadlocked, you know. And they can be deadlocked for 40 and 50 years, just stubborn over a peanut butter sandwich or something. I don't know what it could have been, you know. But it is about the pride and just won't let go. They just won't. Is it more? I don't know. If it's more about the right or just more about the I'm as stubborn as you are. You know, you know, that's what I think it is. You know, it just be somebody new stuff. You know, we got to learn how to be like children again. Well, we're going to learn to be like children. I don't want to say we act like it. I don't want to offend nobody. It doesn't matter, but we can, you know, because we was once children, but we being children again in the wrong kind of way. We're supposed to use more of imagination and just learn to enjoy life. You know, learn to work together, learn to help each other out sometimes. You know what I'm saying? To and fro. That crab in the barrel effect, you know what I'm saying? Well, that was it to them guys, 'cause they kind of, like I said, what that crab did, it wedged their relationship for them guys. And some say they got it back together here on Earth. But I'm sure they got it back together now because I don't think it interrupted with the traveling plans. I think both of them guys was heaven bound, you feel what I'm saying? So I'm sure they got there, you feel me? Whew. I know there was a ride for them too. They probably got there. They probably looking back on that situation now. Because it's going to be natural in heaven. You know, people, ain't no, you know, what we're doing now is getting ready for heaven. You feel me? We learning to transition, learning to learn to love one another. Ain't gonna be no, you know, no soda, no mixed powder drinks or nothing, and you get to drink this is gonna make you what you need to be before your father. He already made you what you are when you were born. You know, you got from heaven. You know, I say that. I always think that's one of my foundations. I want the foundation Papa allows me to say. We are from heaven. We are from heaven. That's what we are. I'm gonna say it again. We are from heaven, right? We're spiritual warriors. We were spirit people first, and then Adam and Eve situation kind of reciprocated things and kind of made things go backwards for a little bit. Now we became flesh, but we still spirit man because Jesus put the Holy Spirit back in us. You know, now we walk in the spirit and not in the flesh for most of us. And some that's not a bad thing. Some that don't, because some could be still on. We all won't be learning from the times on out. From the days from now until the end, we're gonna be learning. In other words, we're not gonna get nothing perfect. Now, I ain't gonna give you no excuse to be okay. Well, let me get some more practice in on sin. But sin, it's a temptation of your own personal desire. That's why it's so easily beset us. Whatever it is, and everybody got different desires, and you know what your desires are. We won't have to go into those desires or to go naming any desires because we kind of know when we talk. Everybody understand what I'm talking about here. That's why it's so easy to get you. You understand? That's why God was telling us to study the Bible. So you got to wash your mind. The way we wash our mind is with the Word of God. But the thing about it is, when we start washing our mind, we get sleepy and we get tired. And because we wash too much, we ready to take a nap in 3 seconds before you ain't read 3 words, you ready to go. You ready to go. Some people, you're ready to go take a nap. They ain't ready, you know. Now, I stopped reading the Bible for a long time. I got discouraged. I used to read the Bible all the time. And what we talking, because it's strong. It's what you got to do. Well, it ain't what you got to do. You can still go to and forth within yourself if you still want to do that. I'm trying to get you to stand still and merge and come together. You know, don't get too many personalities going on. It'd be hard to handle. You know, just come together, you know, between yourself. You know what I'm saying? It's back and forth stuff. You know what I'm saying? And most when you do it is by being honest with yourself. That's how you start coming together. You start coming, whatever you got going on, issues, if it's not pleasant, this, that. First thing you better do is who you think you want to tell first? God? No, you're going to tell yourself first. Just tell yourself first. You don't want to tell God. Tell you first, hey, man, I got to get myself together. And sometimes you got to have a conversation with yourself. You know what I'm saying? And everybody tries this, that. You can be around people and still be lonely because you got a lot of stuff going on. You know what I'm saying? That's that to and fro stuff. That's that crab in the barrel. It's help for you, but you want to keep them crabs on you. Because sometimes people get comfortable in their problems, you feel me? They just get real comfortable. They be like, hey, you try to throw them from way out, but when some people got just a one distinctive kind of mindset, and that's fair, that's fine. But everybody don't have the same kind of mindset I have. Guess what? Everybody don't have the same kind of mind. And a lot. This is a lot. Let me rephrase that. A lot of people don't have the same kind of mindset that I have. It may be some. We wouldn't know these numbers. That's why we say sometimes when people we click. That's why we say we got some similarities in our mindsets. But there's a lot of people that don't have the same mindset as myself. But they could be inquisitive. They could be this and that, and that's okay. It's a different. But some people think you're supposed to have all the same kind of mindset. You know, some people have defeated mindsets for some reason. When you're the one you're supposed to be, when you're the it. Regardless of what's going on, you still got to be the one you count on yourself. You can't count on yourself. You with that type of attitude. You still got, if you're still alive, you can still, I don't care if you got one arm, you still got to reach for the stars, baby. You feel me? That's just reality of life. You feel me? Or you can go down with the ship. You feel what I'm saying? And that's comfort too. You feel what I'm saying? One way or other, that's comfort going down with the ship. But right now, I like the comfort above. And it's nothing wrong with it, as long as that mind is still working. You feel what I'm saying? As long as mine, you know what's best for you. Don't nobody else but you know what's best for you. Like me, know what's best for me. You feel what I'm saying? You can be the only one. People do a lot of talking, this. They laugh and do all kind of stuff. See, I'm serious. And laughing over with. It's time to start living and enjoying life. That's what I'm trying to do, and that's what I'm going to do. Me and my wife going to take some trips. That's right. We plan on it. A manifestation, baby. It's more than one system in this world. There's more than one person got a brain in this world to get able to, where we can do some other things besides. Like, we don't have to keep doing the same things over and over again. Like, you don't have the same result. You keep doing the same thing over and over again. Well, you know that. You're going to have the same result. You feel what I'm saying? The same result. That to and fro, so back and forth inside yourself. But for people not to look at themselves, they got to look at others. They got to look at others. You feel what I'm saying? For people not to look at themselves, they got to look at the others because they can't face themselves for the moment. You feel what I'm saying? It's everybody's choice. Everybody's sins that have sinned in life, for those who admit they have sinned, you own your own sins. You feel me? Ain't nobody tell you to do this or do that. Ain't nobody, no matter what a person look like that stands before you or speak with you. That's a way to get yourself off of yourself. At the end of the day, it's going to be a big man. He's called the Supreme Being. He's going to look at all of us. And I believe we can all agree to that. Wouldn't you agree? One day, anywhere for the next 20 to 90 years, we'll be transitioning living on the other side of time. And hopefully we'll all be there and look and see how silly we were down on this side of time. We would act like children, but maybe the wrong kind of children. He wants the children of imagination, of vision, a happy child. Sometimes the devil can get in people here so much they don't even know what the norm is no more. You see what I'm saying? You don't have to imagine. You know what it was when it used to be like when you was a child. That's the feeling you're supposed to take in your life forever. You feel what I'm saying? That's when you had no worries, no stress, no this. You may have some problems, but they wasn't nowhere near like they are now. Children don't have that many problems. I ain't saying the children don't go through. Children go through stuff too. You feel what I'm saying? I went through stuff. I got traumatized in my life. I never told nobody that. You see what I'm saying? You don't share certain things with certain people, and I had never found the right person to tell it to, but the one above. But I'm sure a lot of y'all had some trauma in your life when you understand what the word trauma means, especially from an 8 to 9 or 10-year-old point of view. Uh, Point of view, you feel what I'm saying? A kid at 10, 11-year-old experiencing adult stuff that he or she shouldn't have saw. You feel what I'm saying? It could have been from a violent type of situation, uh, no situation, but keep going situation. That could be traumatizing for children. You know what I mean? See, people don't know what nobody go through. That's why when you go through something and then you turn out to be the one that you went through, then the person that did that to you, you turn out to be the one that do it back to other people. Then you didn't learn nothing. See? You just keep the chain sucker on and on. Sometimes it's time to grow up in life. You feel what I'm saying? And my way it's about how you grow up in life from my point of view, from how I grew up in life. Let me just speak for myself, if you don't mind. People, brothers and sisters, good friends. We gotta watch out for each other, friend. And that's what that's what I'm gonna do. Cause what I mean when I say what I mean, and I mean what I say. And most people know me for that. I ain't saying I'm perfect, but I know what I am. I know what my character is, and can't nobody change that about me. And I'm changing, people around me changing. Sometimes the mirrors go both ways. You can buy double mirrors these days, glue one back to back, and you got a mirror on one side and one mirror on the other side. You feel me? Yes. That's cool, though. I'm going to continue forward. I'm going to stay where I'm at, and I'm going to get some results. You feel what I'm saying? That is the reality of the situation. I'm going to take care of my wife, and I'm going to take care of what's around me. You feel what I'm saying? That's my responsibility. Who else going to do it? You know, we got to watch out. I'm always different to watch out for me. I think that's just how it's going to be. You feel what I'm saying? Everybody keep the same energy, you feel me? Because it's going to happen. Whatever the case, I don't know what went on. Situation. It's a little painful or hurtful, but that's okay. That's part of the journey, baby. You get tougher as you get older, you see. You know, I'm 63, baby. You give me tears. I done cried from down way up there. I'm tough for the tears now, baby. You see what I'm saying? Hard bones. Like a bone. You feel what I'm saying? Like a bone in a marrow. It's hard. Not a muscle, just a hard, big bone. You see what I'm saying? That's how tough you get in life, you know. What make us tough? One another. One another make us tough, make each other tough through a lot of negativity and drama we get ourselves in. And then you got to hear from others. That's what make us tough, one another. So we got to go through we all experience the challenge of life together sometimes, you feel me? So there's something beyond your comprehension and everybody jumping off this ship. You see what I'm saying? You don't have to comprehend everything in life. I don't think it's humanly possible to comprehend everything in life, to be honest with you. And you don't have to embrace everything in life. You understand? But a lot of people is insulting about a lot of things because it's just not in the category to be sit there and just observe the situation. Because if you've never seen a situation, how do you know what a situation is going to do? You've never seen an airplane, and people talk about that. Now we got airplanes. Is that so hard to believe? God is supernatural, baby. That's what you say you believe. Well, I believe it. I know he's supernatural. See, the eyes don't lie. I mean, you got your Bible. You can't get it. What you put your time into, from my point of view, what I learned, it's just tough love, man. It's just what it's always got. Sometimes you got to have a conversation with your mother, father, even with God or yourself that you don't want to have. You feel me? Because you know you done got beyond yourself. Sometimes you're at a point of no return in life. You feel me? And thank God, when you wanted to reach back and thank God that he got you turned around and coming back in the right direction. You feel me? He did me. I thanked him publicly. You feel what I'm saying? That's why he put me where I'm at. It was shameful, but that's what you have to do. See, we don't worry about what nobody say, think, and do. Hell, they ain't never put no money in my pocket. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah, that's what the tone sound like what it is. See, you see the real when the real come out, don't you? Mm-hmm. But keep the same energy. It's personal for some of my uh, we walk together people. They know what it is. My phone number's still the same. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But anyway, back to that. Yeah, that's right. Spiritual man get a little upset too. I ain't got no magic pill in my damn pocket. Yeah, you heard it. He talking about that I curse. That's a C-U-S, that's a C-U-R-S-E, that manipulation and fake tears and all that. That's where the real cursing is. Pretending and stuff just to get what they want, you know. Where's a real friend goes through the storm? But I ain't, man, we had some real friends back in the day. I had one real friend in my life. I'm not thinking of it. Ain't anybody had any real friends in life that stay with you? Do they exist? They used to be, didn't they? Didn't they used to have some real friends back in the day? Some people you can count. What's happening? I mean, what's the norm now? Is the norm is what's the difference? Everything done flip flopped and went the wrong way? Mm-mm-mm. Shaking my head as they say that with it, and that little emoji stuff. Shaking my head. The crazy calling the crazies. Ain't nobody life perfect, but then the Franker's point, right? Mm-mm-mm. Judge you not. Mm. Things don't get no better sometimes, does it? That's just the way it goes. Sometimes people just cursing themselves, but they think they're hurting others. You feel what I'm saying? I always wanted people to do good instead of trying to see them do. I ain't one of them crab in the barrel people. I've never been there. I might have been on a lot of things. And I think a lot of people know that. We're going to try to help you get to where you're trying to get to. Even if it do give you high blood pressure or diabetes. You feel me? Yeah. But people they got a short memory. See, that's what it is. A short memory, a long memory, and a selective memory, and a knee-jerk memory. There's just so many doubts. Like I'm just an objective memory. I'm still the same me. And still gonna be there when they all need. You know, that's just how I am. It ain't about a pat on the back of this. That's just me inside. That's just how my mama raised me, I guess. You know, you got to help other people sometimes. You just can't think about yourself all the time. You feel me? Whether you help them mentally, spiritually, or put a little money in their pocket. You see what I'm saying? You know what I mean? You got to help people. I'm not though. Never been to and fro in that area, back and forth within myself with people. You know, when you find a real one, you keep a real one with you. You see, but I never been a beggar either. You feel what I'm saying? But I just state my feelings how I feel now, loud and clear. You feel me? Because it seems like everybody else is loud and clear. I thought I'd join you. You feel what I'm saying? It's like we can have a little fun. Mm-mm-mm. But new friends are coming, new people coming, new idea, new lifestyle. I got 7 personalities. Some of you do too. You just don't realize. I kind of realize mine. You feel me? Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, it's a little hurting, devil. You did it to me again. That's what he does. So I know I'm on the right track. He'll try to take everything close from me. I know I'm on the right track. It's gonna bloom. I might be like that, Joe. I'm going to have to let him in anyway, but I'm sure we'll be better. But I'm just honest with Papa like that. I sure wouldn't want to help nobody. But I'm just honest with him. I know I'm going to have to do it anyway. But man, I ain't really going to want to. Why would I? Would they? I think it'd be an eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth. That's the norm these days. That's the reality of life. Don't know about people do too much sharing or too much this, they trying to get something back at our in return. You know what I mean? They don't do all that. We used to do that back then. My grandmama did. All the people that I know around in my area, they did that stuff back in the day. I don't know what happened when people got older. I think it was better when we had less. That way we can depend on each other more. And we got the space, the more we had, I guess we thought we were just doing something. Then we kind of forgot about one another for some of it. This ain't everybody, you feel what I'm saying? That's in conversation, everything. You see what I'm saying? That's the reality of life. I think it's a reality of many people's lives. You feel what I'm saying? But there's nothing wrong with advancing and progressing and getting the best out of yourself. Cause you ain't gonna let nobody hold you to get the best out of yourself. You do what you want to do anyway. I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm 63. Like many people I know is around my age. They don't see nobody seem to be getting those people getting in their way. Nobody's gonna get in my way. You understand? Man, I tell you. We keep the same energy. We evolve. We say, hopefully, we may see each other other time, or I may catch you in another lifetime. Who knows how powerful God is? Do you? What's your ideas? What's your imagination about him? Or somebody else told you? Man, it's nothing better than read the Bible for yourself and come up with all this great imagination. That's what faith is all about. Such things hope for, evidence things not yet seen. You can't see nothing that you put in your mind and your imagination. Where do you think you're going to see it from? And that's what they gave you a mind for. Besides the other things we used it for. To and from each other, to and from, never getting no stable footing because of emotions, personalities, all this kind of to and from. You ever seen good men that's structured in their person and stand strong in what they stand on? Them men are leaders, you know what I'm saying? They stand strong on what they stand on. Whether you like them or not. And have something in life. You feel what I'm saying? Have something they built, the man built. You feel what I'm saying? This is what I'm trying to do now, because I didn't do that back then, if I could be so honest. But I got an opportunity to do it now. You feel me? Maybe restore some of them bridges I blew up along the way. You feel me? Put a few logs on them. Think about others before you think about yourself all the time, you know. But I don't force nothing. That's for sure. But that's that to and fro. That's that crab in the barrel. Now I'll tell you another crab in the barrel situation where how people try to pull you down, and I guess I don't know if they want you to stay down. They say like you got two young kids, they go out, they get lost. This is a good note. I think it's a good note. It was a good note on Paul and Barnabas when I was talking about those guys, where they kind of had some strong, stubborn guys that had a strong disagreement. And that's the reality of life. You know, these things do happen. We can't just agree on things all the time and see the same way things, see the same thing every day, all the time. It's okay to have a back and forth. Ain't nobody no Lord over there, the Lord of this, because they was right or wrong about a situation. You were just right and the other person wrong. That's it. Some people got somebody, they got to just eat that up. It's just a right and wrong. Anybody can be right on any given day, anybody can be wrong on any given day. Anybody right all the time. You feel what I'm saying? That's what them guys was fighting about. You know, I don't think they, in that case, they just was stubborn about. Somebody want that boy to go sail on that ship with him. Paul wanted him to go, and it was like a minute thing, but that's what that. And now used a lot of things are just minute things, and people don't talk to them for 30, 40 years. I'm pretty good at doing that because I've been in the truck 40 years by myself anyway. You feel what I'm saying? I was more in the truck than I was my wife. 40 years on the road. So I done spent a lot of time with me. You feel me? Or with us. Yeah. But we gonna move on and continue with our endeavor. But see, you gotta have a structure in life. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have some structure. One thing is some honesty, some integrity, some commitment about with yourself. Don't worry about everybody else. You know what I'm saying? That's what God started with. That's what the Bible say when you read it. Judgment started in your house first, is what the Bible says, in case someone have not read the Bible. That's what it says. And you know, which means you look inside yourself. How you gonna get the plank out of my eye when you can't get the splinter out your eye? You see, everybody don't fail. He shouldn't be saying that he done did. Well, everybody done stood before you done did something. You think you got any man that never spoke or did this or everybody's supposed to be responsible for something. Just because you're not a messenger, that don't mean you can't live no different. Everybody's supposed to live the same way. You're speaking for God or not speaking for God or doing this or doing it or whatever you're doing. You expect the best out of everybody. So they know try to hold it because of tight this or that. You know what I mean? God, it's good that God don't think the way we think. I mean, it's a good man. We really would be. He's a man. I don't know how we. I be so confused on how we think sometimes when the things people say, man. I'm like, wow. And then they ask how they doing that. You be wild, man. But I tell you what, to let you know though, if you thought you had a true relationship from the very beginning, and then some things happen, and that relationship didn't hold up, then that means it never was true from the very beginning. It was only true to you, the person who believe in good habits, what stuff is really important for, not money, but the value of a true relationship. See, some people believe in that. Whether they believe in it or another person believes in it, we don't have the same belief. And some people take that stuff to heart. You feel what I'm saying? Believe in true relationship. Some people may think it's, well, some things other people do. I think it's silly. We all got things we do. That ain't going to change what I believe because what somebody else think. Ain't nobody going to ever change what I believe because what somebody else think. Man, how that sound me even saying that? How that sound when you say it? If you believe something, somebody gonna tell you to say it, and then you gonna start believing what you because somebody said something. If you flip the ball around, that don't make sense. Do it. I don't know. That don't make sense. See, that's that to and fro. That's that crap in the barrel. But now the 2 kids I was speaking, say out they get lost on a campsite. This is another. It's in a good way, crab in the barrel situation. It's just few of those too. Some people mean well in the crab and barrel. So they mean well. Some people do because it's always about motives. You gotta have genuine people. That's what God like genuine people, and people have motives for different reasons. People think you're not aware of stuff. I always been an observer. Just watch people. You know what I'm saying? See what they'll do. They think they making up food. They think they're doing that. And people think a lot of things about one another. You know what I'm saying? And you just look at them. You know. You know what I'm saying? It is so hard to be real with one another. It's so hard to be. I mean, who was that one time? Man, this guy just lie all the time. And then sometimes when he can tell the truth, he still lie. It would have been easier for you to tell the truth instead of tell a lie. But he's so used to lying, he could have told the truth. It would have been all right. He wouldn't have to lie. But he lies. People lie so much sometimes. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of liars out in the world. A lot of liars. You can't trust people like it used to be in the old days. You feel what I'm saying? It just it's nothing there. You know what I'm saying? Ain't like everybody's thinking ain't like one person, the only one ever done sinned in this world. They get to judging and everything. You know what I'm saying? It's a good thing. It's a good thing God so dog. We sure can't judge it. You know what I mean? We cannot judge. That's that two of us, that crab in the barrel and stuff. They want to latch on. You try to get them out there. If you ain't did what you want, there ain't no time limit on when the time to stop, give up, and this and that. It's no time limit. There's people laying in probably in a wheelchair still running business and doing stuff. There's over 8 billion people in this world. People got different energy and stuff, different type of mindset. Some things make people click this way, and some things make people click the other way. Some things make people click. Business stuff make people click in some areas. Learning make people click sometimes. Learning new stuff make people click. Sometimes it don't make people click. But that's to each his own. That don't stop the other from not doing what the other want to do. That's what makes the difference in the world. Everybody got their own flavor, man. You feel me? Everybody got their own flavor. Either mix or it don't mix. I guess you find out sooner or later. Or like I say, now or later. They still make that candy. Now or later. Wow. Yeah, but to and fro, man. That's that two. Well, them 2 kids is being at that camp. And the other kid, he don't have he's not having a good home life. So they lost and stuff. But this other kid's not having a good home life. He's thinking about keep on being lost. He ain't got nothing going at the house anyway. So he is trying to convince this other kid to stay lost with him. But the other kid, he got some good things going at home. You see? But he want to pull that other crowd, want to pull them on into his situation. Even though they kid got some good things going on at home. And the other crowd, the other kid don't got no good things going on at home. He want to kind of get away. It's an example. But he want to latch on to the kid that got some good things. He want to kind of pull him to the situation. And when he out there anyway, he don't even know no direction where he going. Because first thing, he ain't got no direction because he got a lot of stuff going on at home. And the only thing he'll do, unless he made some good plans before he left, but it seems like he is out there as an example of a story. If it's my story, I put them together like they ain't nothing. You see what I'm saying? That's Papa. Because he want the world to understand. It's a lot of people in the world. It's a lot of people in the world. You feel what I'm saying? And God will let it lay to who he laid ears to his word. God can do the impossible. That's who I believe. You can't hardly believe in people too much, you know. Even though we just got to believe in one another, that's me included. You know, I mean, I'm not sure I'm saying that, but I'm gonna show help. I'm gonna try to help people to believe in me. Cause I'm gonna try to help them. You feel what I'm saying? Just can't help it. You know, I just can't help it. Don't want nothing from it. Ain't never asked for nothing about from it. It's just good that you know that you can help somebody that might need some help. And don't never expect that, you know what, it'll come back to me another kind of way. And it always does. It always does. And my whole life, it always have came back. It's going to be to come back and double, triple fold this time. You feel what I'm saying? I just know because I just got confidence in him. It's okay to have confidence in God, isn't it? You know what I'm saying? Feels pretty good to have confidence in God. You know, I trust him more than you, man, I tell you. But anyway, that's what's going to happen. That's crap. Man, them kids, so see how they doing. It's a situation like that. It's not a bad situation. But the kid had a good lifestyle. What do you think you should do? Do you think you should go with the kid and kind of watch out for the kid and let the kid go on and get his own journey? Because that's what I think he should do. Why should that crowd pull that man out of his good spot? I think it's a little selfish of him to ask that guy to come in and join his pity party or whatever he thinks the rest of his next is going to join him when he don't got nothing going on for himself. You know what I'm saying? Or trying to get nothing going on for himself. You know. So that's what I think for that scenario or that storyline. You see what I'm saying? And then there's the manipulation. Say that, and this is the stuff you hear. It's public. You hear all this stuff. You know that where did all this stuff come from, though? You know, this what now we go back to earlier to trauma because sometimes people feel like they got left out in life. A lot of people feel like that. You know, it's hard. Let me tell you a story. I'm just going to tell you. That's why I appreciate my grandmother and a smile. I don't know how far you guys think back. Ain't none of my business. But this is how I think. You feel what I'm saying? Now, I think at 19, my grandma was born around 1935, 37, you know. There's a lot of stuff going on back in that day. A lot of stuff we probably couldn't even handle, you know what I'm saying? I think it had some wars, the dirt, black sandstorm, bankruptcy. People didn't have no food. My grandma was born in that year, 35, 37, see. She was born in that year. People at 35, 37 later were born in that year. So yeah, you appreciate your people, you feel what I'm saying? Now they brought over here, when I met my grandma, I met a smile. And I've been seeing her smile since I was up till I got grown. You feel what I'm saying? That's what she brought from 1937, which was a tragic moment in their lives. You know, you don't know what they went through. I don't know. That's why I appreciate it. Now, I know there's a lot of stuff because I look back in the archives. That's how I know what was going on. There's a lot of stuff that's hit with these computers. Now hit the right button, they tell you a lot of stuff. It'll tell you about you. Hit the right button. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if you want to believe it. I mean, people, you believe anything. Some people just believe anything. As long as somebody put their stamp on that, oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah, they said it right. Boy, they believe that. You feel what I'm saying? But my grandma brought that smile back. And I like to say the war. Well, you didn't go through it. She went through, a lot of people went through a lot of stuff back then. Now, she could have brought in our life what she felt that destroyed her and put that into us as she raised me as I spent time around her. You feel what I'm saying? If she did traumatize us, she didn't let me say it because, like I said, all I seen was a smile on my grandmother's face. Even I know she had a lot of stuff. Because I look back, because I want to know what she went through in her life. And this is way before this stuff even happened with this YouTube stuff. I always want to know what they do what they do. What was going on in 1937? I guess she would have been what? 35, 37, somewhere she's born. She would have been 50, 20 in 1955. There was some other stuff going on in that time frame. This was going on. And we talking about how our parents acted and did. Look as they went through a lot of stuff back then. Now her mama, my grandmother's mother, I think Dunce Bailey, I believe. She died right when I was, I don't know. I mean, I think I seen her one time, but I can't really remember. So they tell you that's in the 60s. You feel me? In the 60s. Well, she was born, my grandma, I don't know when she was born, but I figure she had my grandma when she was 18. Well, I'll try to do the logic, if you will. If she had my grandma when she was 18, if you count back from 35, 25, 15, I don't know. She had to be born around, what, 1902, 1903. We used to look for a 1902 penny back in the day. It was a wheat penny. It was supposed to be worth some money back in the day. 1902 or 1903. Might have been both. 1943, silver penny, a lot of pennies. But anyway, what went on back at that time? Because like I said, not only do we look like our people, when you agree to that, when you look in the mirror, you look like some of each other people, but sometimes we act like each other people that we never met our people, and we act like our people. You probably never met your granddaddy in 600 years. I've never seen your granddaddy, your great 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 granddaddy. Yeah, some people count a long way back. We can only count back so far, though. See, and you probably act like just like him or your grandma, great 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 grandma you never met. See, that's how deep that blood is. That's how serious it is. You feel me? So I want to know, and I'm gonna find out. I'm gonna live me a good life, 'cause the truth will set you free, baby. Not denial, not because it ain't my way, not because it didn't go this way, or pride, or whatever you may call it. That'll make you an emotional wreck, and you'll still be in that to and fro state, walking back and forth with inside yourself. You feel me? But you'll get comfortable with it. But you could have had a better life, if you just gonna let go. You feel me? That's how you just let go and you have a better. I never felt so good in my life. Hey, I'm just giving praise to the glory to God. I just feel so light, just feel so energized. Can't say that. I don't even go to sleep sometimes. I'll be able to just read. I may take a couple hours enough to recharge, but I'm up and gone. I think I stayed up 2 days one time. In my imagination, building and dreaming my future, you feel me? I got something to stay up for now. I'm excited about it, you feel me? Yeah, that's right. Because I was I got tired of going to and fro back inside myself. I wanted to get stand still. I wanted to do a 380 and walk out of the side of me, and that's what I did. Boy, I don't know how it happened, but it happened. Maybe this is my manifestation project. The Bible even talk about manifestation, talk about prayer, people praying for each other. Maybe this stuff works. Maybe it works. Maybe it works. I sure used to believe it worked. Guess what? I still do believe it works. I always believe that it works. No matter what I went through, no matter what I went through in life, I always believed in faith that it'll work. I think if people pray for it, I think it would help. So maybe that helped me, because of that belief I had. Because that belief became annoying. I used to ask people, hey, y'all pray for me. I wasn't just saying this. I don't just say things just to be saying things. I be saying things with meaning and purpose sometimes with people. How they take it is how they take it. I can't tell people how to take stuff. That's their business, how they digest the conversation and how they chop it up. Ain't none of my concern, you know what I'm saying? And they respond accordingly, you see. So I see some of the responses now, you feel me? Yeah, I see it. My eyes are open, baby. It feels good. It's okay, though. It's good. It's good. It's good. It's good. Yeah, it's cool, man. It's really cool. But that's that to and fro that are back, and sometimes it's just people just not having people don't listen. You know what I'm saying? It's not that people have to agree with you. That's not what listening is, That's not what listening is. But people don't have to agree with nothing you say. That's not even listening. That's just a hearing, if you ask me. Listening is a thought process, a little thinking process. I mean, someone talks, and you tell if you're interested, you have a conversation, you can stop somebody if you have something interesting to say. You feel what I'm saying? And I usually listen to people whether they have something interesting to say or not, because I feel like it was on their heart. That's what they want to say. You know what I'm saying? Some people don't even do that to one another. They just talk over each other, do this and do that. You know what I mean? But I always try to respect people. I feel it. Can't nobody take that from me. I know that. Y'all can speak good of myself on that. Try to respect people. be sure it was good and a lot of good things about people. 'Cause I love people. I know that's kind of hard to believe in people. Yeah, the norm is the norm. That norm is that because we all should love people. And I think a lot of people do love people. You see what I'm saying? That's why a lot of love people when they go. That's what love does when you go through things. Love is supposed to surround you, not drown you. See how love do? It drowns you. That love, that's the wrong kind of love. You see what I'm saying? It's supposed to lift you up, not bring you down. See what love? See what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. That's that crab in the barrel. I don't know how that happened. I don't know what God would do about these kind of things in life when people, because it's got to be a learning lesson in that. But that's what caused that cycle. It just over. No one ever gets out the crab hole. No one ever gets out the crab hole. You know. And so what the ones that do get out, they scared to throw that rope back in and have the other one get out because that rope might get them tangled up. They might trip and get back in the hole, down back in the hole when they don't work so hard to get up out that hole. You feel me? So a lot of people that back got the hole, they trying to stay away from them crabs that pull you back down the hole. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm glad they got away. They probably think I'm the crab to pull them down the hole, so they stepped away. You feel what I'm saying? Well, if I am, that was a good thing for them to do. You don't want nobody, even myself, you don't want nobody pull you in. I ain't trying to, I wouldn't want to do that. So they felt that way. I'm not going to try to listen. They did a good thing. I'm not going to put them down the hole. But you don't know how people thinking, so they got to do what they got to do, because they can't go by the beginning stuff. They got to go by what they see now, because that beginning stuff don't mean nothing to nobody. Well, it used to mean character. It used to mean a lot of stuff back in the day. Because people used to say, no, that guy might do a lot of things. They say he did, but that guy right there, no, he wouldn't do that because I know him. He wouldn't do that because I know him. Ain't a lot of knowing in people no more, People don't know each other no more like they used to know each other, you see. And they got, people, y'all got to start thinking that kind of strange. Because how you say that? Because I can tell how they respond to each other now. You see what I'm saying? We older now. Well, I don't care if you're older what you are. You know what I'm saying? The response is the same. Love. Not over there. Because you're older, don't get on love. Don't ever change whether you 2 years old or 3 years old or you 75 years old and you showing love to your family members. That don't never change. It don't never change. You see what I'm saying? It never changes. Everything else changes. People changes. Attitude changes. Other things changes. School zone changes. Clothes changes. Style changes. Hairstyle changes. Trends come in. A lot of stuff changes. Love should never. That's an old universal, ancient, supernatural word. Powerful word. Probably the most powerful word you ever want to that will ever come through your lips. Deep meaning. No, not to people. It's a deep meaning to God. See, he got meaning too. He's considered too. Well, we consider, just like if we don't consider him, he don't have to. Well, he's a perfect gentleman. He's gonna consider you whether you consider him or not. He will. Now I don't know how you consider. I'm just put the message out there to whoever if the shoe fit, wear it. If it don't fit, you don't want to wear it, don't wear it. It's still consequences come either way. Either way. The consequences hopefully is for us to get ourselves together so we can meet on the other side in that good spot up there instead of that dead spot. Because ain't nothing. That's why I call it a dead spot. Because ain't nothing there in a dead spot. A dead spot. And a dead spot got a lot of life in it, but it's still dead. I don't know how that works. A lot of life in it, but it's still dead. So you don't want to go to them dead spots. There's a lot of life in that dead spot. Alive in the dead spot. The dead buried the dead. How the dead bury the dead? That's impossible, ain't it? I got to study that. How do the dead bury the dead? I'm going to figure that one out. That went over my head. Did you go over your guy's head? I got to figure that one out. Boy, I tell you, Papa powerful. You never know how he going to come at you with them words. But I'm sure what, I'm going to eat them up tonight. I'm sure I'm going to chop them up. Shit, I'm just not beginning. I told my wife, she said, what time you got? She said, well, she didn't ask what time I'm going to bed. It's 11 o'clock. It's still early. I'm going to go down to the store about 1 or 2 o'clock and get me one of them donuts. I got some good old-fashioned donuts, But that's just 2 and 4. 2 and 4, I don't know. I wonder what a life, do people want a better life? Or do you just settle? And it didn't say there's nothing wrong with your life. I mean, it could not be anything wrong with your life. It might not be, everybody might be just good where they're at. They may be just good where they're at, you know. But I want a little more, you know what I'm saying? I want to enjoy a little bit more. I want to be able to take a little bit more trips. I got to get my RV home. I think there'd be some good rides for the case for me and my wife. Just get them in a little small 6-bed RV home. We can go out and travel a few places from a personal way instead of from a commercial way. Park somewhere, get out, do a little shopping, go visit some towns that I've seen when I was driving. I just go back and see. I seen a lot. I remember what a lot of this stuff was. I got a mobile phone going anywhere. We can go, we'll get there and we'll get back. Let's have a little fun in life. Enjoy life, you know. Enjoy life, not survive life. Enjoy. I've been surviving for the last, maybe not as long as I think. But I like to try this a little bit. I see how I love living feel before I leave here. And sometimes we just take up some tools, which is called a little money. That's the tools. We don't worship it. We just use it as a tool. Because I'm God's child. You understand? So he said, what I want, if I just ask, he'll be more than just have peel off a little amount for me to use for the day. That's the kind of faith you gotta have. You just talk just like he's real, because he is real to me. I don't know what's real to people. It don't matter to me what's real to people. I know what's real to me. Don't you know what's real to you? Don't you know if faith is real to you or not? Do people know what's real to them? I don't know. I don't know what people know. All I know is what I know what's about me. That's what I focus on, me. You feel what I'm saying? Me. And other 8 billion people, that it really ain't me. All I had was 3 likes. That was the deal. 3 likes to get Pops, he'd do the rest. That's what he did. He just needed a vessel, that's all. For this particular, hey, I'm sure he got a lot of many other vessels pouring out somewhere else. You feel what I'm saying? Just trying to get the faith and love restored. Because say to come in and make you think that love is you hating, you think you love it, then you love it, and you think you hate. So he's clever like that. He just clever, you know. It make you just don't care. It make you just don't, this, that. Say to come in and just preach all that negative stuff. You just eat it up. Because you can tell it's negative, there ain't no results. Anytime a Satan gives you something, it's a dead end. If you was to be so honest about it and be truthful about it. Some people could be in denial, they'll never see truth. Only truth would be is with the truth they feel within themselves. That's just called a belief. That's what a belief is. Belief will have no substance, but it's a truth that you decide to accept that, hey, I believe you can fix my car tire, even though they can't do it. But you accept that to be your truth. That's what a belief is. But sometimes you got to know. You got to know some things in life, you know. And you should know about your God. That's the one that's going to, at the end of time, that's the one going to sign off, you feel me? That's the one going to sign. And what is sign off and what is sign off? You know, that's just what it is. We all know what the situation and outcome is. It ain't like we got to go and say, get into a lot of this. The Bible been around for a long time all through the line. We don't have to emphasize on points. Most people got a good solid idea what the Bible means to them. I don't push the viewpoint of anyone. You just thought provoking. You probably been in church more than I have. I'm sure you got an idea for something that may. And as ones that haven't been in church, I'm sure you know a lot of stuff. Even though you ain't been in church, you've been in the world. That's the church too. So I'm sure you guys got a lot of wealth. You know what I'm saying? God teaches, lessons learned in life is everywhere. There's no script. Well, they say the Bible is a script for life, but sometimes we don't get into the book, so you get the lesson from another kind of way. You know what I'm saying? And it kind of all come back, and you can, as they say, connect it back to the Bible. You feel what I'm saying? Even your life, your contextual lifestyle, your contextual life from a Bible point of view. Trying to do right, but tripping over yourself. Then you had a few days for the ones that were admitted, or for the ones that had, or maybe some ones that you knew that did it. Don't say my name too loud. It is straight transparent, man. That's what God like, you feel me? We'll see how it come out. I'm gonna try him. Cause he said, try me and see if I want to do what I'm doing. I tried everybody else. I'm gonna try God, see if he'll do it too. So, but if he don't, I'm still gonna be all right with him. You feel me? That's just some of that stuff. Now where's the do you see like other people? Get a viewpoint of how other people is living in life. How they do, and why they so successful, and what's going on. You can see. People see things like that. It's that not that it's this or that. It's that you just looking to see why is these people living like this over here, and why is these people living like that. And just don't worry about all the this and that. What happened? Everybody making money. Everybody got money. Some people do what they need to do with their money, and some people don't do what they need to do with their money. Yes, it's what it is. It's as simple as that. That's what it is. You see, it ain't nobody's fault but the person. You see, that's why I'm trying to get mine back. You feel me? I got a good shot, man. Good shot. It's all over. It's a done deal. I made the phone call. You feel me? Yep, God will bless you. He'll sure bless you when you try. He ain't saying nobody gonna get all the tears. That's when you kind of draw out and say the right words. That ain't what kind of God I serve. Like, y'all can serve me. I'll serve a God that's true to me. I'm true to him. I'm gonna be real with him. And what real like to him, that's what it look like. You feel me? That's what he told me. He said, I'm his child. So I guess he already knew how real. I guess he made me. I guess he know how real I am since he put me together. You feel me? I'm gonna speak for me. I don't know what you know about other people. I speak for myself. It'd be good for everybody to speak for themselves, should it? Well, in a public forum, when you speak to a lot of people all over the world, don't take nothing, bro. There's just so many people. But seem like people, man, that's what, I don't know. But I do know it's a devil. It sure ain't God. It's the devil. But the devil got them thinking, so this place like it wasn't about how you do the mind trick. But the trick, the others, the unravel the trick from Satan, uh, the trigger the guy out, you have to get in the mirror and just be honest with yourself. That's how you can always figure Satan out. The way you figure Satan out is to be honest with yourself. That's a key point to expose Satan right there in front of you. It would be a good thing to do. God ain't mad with Satan exposed in your life. God is not mad. He actually is helping. That can help you get you out of it. And what is Satan like? He made he made like a manipulation. He made like a jealousy. He made like he can deceive people. See, that's that CURSC. You see, he made look like she made look in your corner. They never were in your corner. You see what I'm saying? That's some magician tricks. You see, that's all that stuff. That's what you call CUR. Ain't no magic pot stirring some berries and putting some wish juice in it. Or whatever you do to mix the potion up back on TV shows. That's just Hollywood stuff. We talking about the reality of life, man. People put some daggers on you with them eyes. They'll look at you, just laugh at you right in your face, like it's like you just ain't, and you'll see them go through all kind of stuff. You see what I'm saying? People just like that. Sometimes people forget where they come from. You see what I'm saying? They forget. They forget about their hard times. They forget about this. They out of it now, see. It must not have been hard enough for them. You feel what I'm saying? I ain't gonna forget about mine. I'm sure grateful about mine. I'm sure grateful to pull me up out of there. Boy, that was a death trap. That could have been a double death trap, but I think it was just a single death trap for me at that one time. But now both traps are closed off. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, it could be two traps there. Two death traps. That's what, yeah, you heard it. It's in the Bible. It's in the Bible. Yeah, it could have been a double death trap. And that's not just for the drug thing. That's just for any kind of situation. Yeah, that's right. That was me. Yeah. But thank God I can confess it to the Lord and have with a clean conscience, man. Openly. And watch you see this boy God you to do something. Man, you just gotta try him. You gotta try me. You try everything else. You might want to try him. One time before it's all over with. Because he sure will come through, man. I can tell you. But them crab in the barrels, man, where they just hook on, you gotta watch them because they'll pinch you. Sometimes they just play with you a little bit. They pinch like they want to put you there. Oh, I'll just joke with you. No, they wouldn't joke. They were trying to get you on in the hole with them. They wasn't joking. That's how them pinchers do. They pinch you and you got to shake them off sometimes. You got to just shake them off, you know. You just don't never know. You can't, it's just hard to say. People got a lot of mental stuff going on. I think there's a lot of people got mental stuff. People look normal got mental stuff going on. And they look at, I think anybody can have mental stuff going on, to be honest. Traumatized, people feel like they got the pride. Some people don't even know they trauma about things. You can be trauma not knowing, because some people is built to just keep going and never think about your feelings, never think about this. Just keep putting them back to the side, keep putting them back to the side, let more stuff pile on that. Never get back. You never can flourish, you never can breathe, because more feelings and more stuff just keep traumatizing. And people just keep swallowing it, keep swallowing it. And then as you grow, this is what your shape come out. You never get your life like you really want to get it. Because really traumatized people can't never get their life right anyway, you know until they get their trauma stuff right. Because a traumatized person is like unstable. They can't balance because they've been hurt. You see what I'm saying? They've been hurt by and whatever it was, a small or little thing, it don't matter. It was for them, and it was to them, and it hurt them, and it was personal to them. So that's why they would hurt them. They didn't hurt you. It don't have to hurt you. It hurt them. You wasn't supposed to get hurt if it hurt them. You don't get their feelings. You feel what I'm saying? But people don't think they don't think, and I don't come in. Some people pretend, some people do this, but you know the real ones. You know the real ones, man. You know the real ones. When they come, they're gonna be there for you. It is something you got to affair with. It depends on if they like you that day. Now, I don't need no friends like that. That's why it's good as 8 billion people. That's why everybody don't have no problem picking new friends. It's 8 billion people. So everybody got to, flourish in how they flourish. People gonna flourish in like north, south, east, west. People gonna go different directions and they flourish. Some people may never see each other again in life. That's just how it goes. Like it would have been good, but life goes like it goes. Like, people be traveling on, not from a passing on point of view, but just from a lifestyle point of view, moving on into different directions. And that's just the way it goes in life. Everybody gonna go that way. Ain't the tomorrow of your future is 1 second from now. That's how fast your future is coming. That's when your future is. 1 second from now, what I just spoke. 1 second from now, here's your future again. 5 more seconds to be your future again. It doesn't matter about whether we sleeping, doing this or doing that. Future ain't asking you what you're doing. It's just moving while your time is just moving, showing you your future while you're doing whatever you're doing. You feel what I'm saying? You got to manage your time. You got to try to get all you can. And what's the end result? Peace, happiness. The people are happy around you. No more, none of this cursed stuff. I mean, I don't think we can even imagine how we can live without so much. Some men got more drama than women. Men can be more drama than a woman can. Just love all that drama. It's an interest in life. It's like it's no other you can find another interest in life. It's because I got so many different interests, and a lot of people have some other different interests. You know what I'm saying? I like a little drama on TV, but it's a lot of drama. You don't have to worry to watch a lot. You don't have to watch TV no more than see a lot of drama, though. It's probably actually a little better than TV you want, but I don't really like to watch them. I don't even like to look at a record. I just keep on going. If somebody record, I don't even say, okay, they got them all. Let's move. Let's go. But people got to have that. I'm trying to figure out some other. I got something else that motivates me. And it always have. So now I'm glad Lord open the door for me. But that's the crowd. But we're going to still put some more stuff up there. It's going to be a little bit more detail with some other stuff with the countries. And this one thing we want to understand why there's free will religions over here in this country, but then in the other countries, it seems like it's individuals. They may have their own activities, but it's like one religion, like Muslim is one religion. Let me see, I wrote it down. Christianity, yeah, that's 2.4 billion Christians. These are good numbers too, by the way. Billion Christianity. 4 major religions. Islam, 2 billion. Hinduism, 1.2 billion. Buddhism, 500 million. Buddhism, 500 million. So that's actually good. Supposed to be 8.2 billion people in the world from last consensus. So you add these numbers up, Let's see, 4, 6. So this is good numbers. So about 65, 6.5 billion, 500 million. It means about, from that number, we'll say about over 2 billion still have not found the faith yet. If we were to go by that. And of course, I don't go by that. We'll let the Lord sort that out. I think we can't do a good job in that. Yeah, we'll probably send each other to hell if we rubbed each other the wrong way. So we better let God do it. You know what I'm saying? I don't have any see me either in church because it was a disagreement. You gonna die and go to the devil's hell. I kept thinking was it that? What was the disagreement? Was that serious? Man, people, they emotion, man. Our people back in the day, they didn't have them soft feelings like they do now, man. That's exposure to soft feelings, a little insecurity. They didn't have, my grandmama, they didn't have no soft feelings like that, man, back in the day. I don't know how we became so much soft. That generation back then had that hard bone, that strong bone, that marrow bone, deep down into the bone, man. That word that cuts something into your bone, that's a dinosaur bone. You feel me? Yeah, I'm gonna get off here. It's just a matter of sometimes the subjects, they do get a little negative energy where it kind of pulls you down to the end because you want to always stay upbeat, but some things just got to be talked about because that's the reality of life, and God want to put it out there. And now it has to be. It's 8 billion people that may have similar problems, this kind of problem, that kind of problem. You never know who it's going to hit. Sometimes people put the shoe on, take the shoe back off. It's too tight. You know what I'm saying? They may get it later on down the road. I don't know. That's their business. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got to work out their own fear of soul and salvation. They know. Everybody know what the results are. The Bible been around long enough. People know what's what. That's why I don't get into a lot of this, that. Overall, people that did a good job getting that hell part, this part out. There's no such me business. People know what they know, whatever they believe. That's what they believe about it. You feel what I'm saying? But if that's the only thing gonna rehearse it, is to help you get to know God, is because you think you're gonna go to hell. Well, I don't know. That's not. I would think I found a better reason to learn to love God. Besides that, I mean, He don't want to fear you into loving Him. Would be my suggestion for you. Well, hey, have a good night, man. Hey, y'all enjoy yourself. Just want to share a little bit about some of the topics we want to have coming at free will race. And try to see what's going on, free will race, and then of course that crab and the barrel. We're gonna summarize that on Thursday, 7:30. Crab and the barrel, world race, culture, individual. Is it all the above? Do we all do a little bit? Or do some of us do a little bit to all of us sometimes, a little bit here and a little bit there, whether it's deliberately or indirectly. Is that a good thing to do? Is that or not? And why does that occur? We'll see on our next show. That'll be coming to Thursday at 7:30. Crab in a barrel there. Thursday, 7:30. All right, y'all have a good night. Bye for now. Bye for now.